The government of Guyana has implemented a number of initiatives targeting young men and women for self-empowerment training that will help prepare them to acquire vocational and life skills. In this week's Guyana 411, we take a look at what some of these programs offer and how they have been helping young people. I'm your host, Gabriella Patram, and this is Guyana 411. Thank you for joining us, and do stay tuned. First Lady Sandra Granger is an advocate for women empowerment. She has been helping women through her various workshops, including Mothers for Change, Women Across Differences, especially the self-reliance and success in business workshops that help women become independent.
The Self-Reliance and Success in Business program aims to empower young women to become self-reliant by helping them to develop business skills. The program is a collaboration between the Office of the First Lady, the Ministry of Social Protection, and the Interweave Solution Incorporated. First Lady Sandra Granger says that women are the backbone of their families, economic advancement, and her mission is to advance women and move them forward.
My projects are aimed at empowering particularly women and girls for the obvious reason that, as the data have shown, once women advance economically, their families advance with them. So I will always go along with advancing women and moving them forward. But that does not mean I discriminate against any gentlemen who come and ask to be included in my workshops on self-reliance and success in business. As a matter of fact, at the last workshop at Kurukururu, there was one gentleman who came, and he was a very happy participant in the workshop.
Wayne Barrow, the founder of Interweave Solutions, says participants are trained to manage small businesses, develop small business plans, and prepare grant proposals.
There are three major, what we call three success circles. In essence, the preparation of a business plan, how to start and grow your own business. Secondly, a quality of life plan, and that is more concerned about the development of the individual. How could we manage a business or even enhance it if we ourselves are in turmoil? In addition to the business plan and the quality of life plan, we also dealt with a community plan within the individual groups. And that community plan was focused on the creation of groups within the community which would reach out and impact positively on the environment.
Her failing business prompted Paulette Rose to participate in the Self-Reliance and Success in Business workshop to get a better understanding of managing a business.
Now, everybody been talking about selling things to eat, but I'm doing something else. As a teacher, if you don't plan, you can't teach. If you don't plan, what will you say to the children? What will you do to their future? As a retired teacher, I would just sew because I need to get an extra dollar for myself. Hearing about this program, I was invited, and so I accepted the invitation, and I learned so many things about planning. I started sewing to make money, and I see that it wasn't doing anything, so I switched and I started teaching sewing. I started teaching craft. The market for teaching is just as wide as the market for sewing. And so I had no idea. I was just doing what I think is best, and then I learned that there is process, there is how you do your product. And so I learned about the elephant system. I learned how to conduct your business, conduct yourself, presentation. And what I learned is, who am I?
The First Lady says without partnerships and support from others, the program would not have been a success.
Participants in the two Success in Business workshops we have run so far, I'm very heartened by the response we have received from the Good Hope Learning Center, where Mrs. Sandra Shivdat, who, as soon as I mentioned it to her, said, "You can use the center." and Miss Bernita Primo of Linden, North America, and the Women of Mission International, who immediately said she would coordinate it for me when I mentioned my idea of taking the workshops to Linden. I'm very happy to say that I have received promises of more support so that we will be able to expand the reach of these workshops to other women, particularly in the other regions of Guyana. And we are in discussion with Interweave Solutions, Mr. Wayne Barrow, who put the idea to me back in August, to continue out into the hinterland regions, Berbice, Essequibo, and so on.
The participants are provided with a certificate at the end of the workshop, which is recognized by the Small Business Bureau if they should seek finance to build their businesses. Over 350 persons in 8 regions across Guyana have been successfully trained through the Self-Reliance and Success in Business workshops.
Transforming the lives of others can take many different forms, but it takes courage to achieve. Youth in crime has been an issue for Guyana. However, a division of the Guyana Police Force is implementing programs to help keep youths away from delinquent behaviors.
In April 2014, the Guyana Police Force launched Impact All Boys Town project. The project embraces a concept referred to as social crime prevention. It is a model that gives attention to the root causes of crime, particularly those forces that contribute to delinquent behaviors, including drug abuse and adolescent problems. Through law enforcement services and social interventions, this project seeks to develop the community into what is called a safe neighborhood. Under the command of Assistant Commissioner Clifton Hicken, a division commander, youth groups began its journey towards safe neighborhoods.
When I was transferred to A Division, the commissioner, in his wisdom, needed to form what we call Impact Our Town. He asked me to champion Impact Our Town because of my experience operationally, of my status quo in terms of my dominance with members of the public and at the hardcore and the ordinary people too. So he felt that without any hindrance, I could have gone into these communities that we deemed crime potential without any hindrance. So I took the challenge and we launched Impact Our Town in 2014. We had some resistance because in order for us to develop the youths, we had to ensure that we rid the imposed leadership that was in our Town. We were met with some degree of resistance, not physical but by words. The police we sent there had special training in terms of tolerance, community relations, and the rest of it. So they prevailed. We had support mechanism in place by way of anti-crime patrols just in case of emergency. I spent most of my time in our Town to ensure the residents of our Town understood our purpose there.
Commander Hicken collaborated with faith-based organizations. He says young people are more receptive to those leaders in their communities. Collectively, they have developed programs that have seen significant positive changes within the community.
To my surprise, after 1.5 months, the statistical data that showed us we moved from 9 crimes per day to 2 crimes per week. And this was encouraging for me as a senior superintendent then. After Grickler, Mocha, and Grove started to call. And we are now expanded to capsule the whole episode. We have now expanded from Mocha, and we now move to Yarcabra. So to the south, we have Yarcabra. To the north, we have Tiger Bay. To the east, we have Sapphire, St. Alberton. And to the west, we have Rongveld. So we have spanned A Division with youth groups numbering 17.
Inspector Lauren Blair McGregor, Coordinator and Community Relations Officer of the Guyana Police Force A Division, attached to the youth groups, says there were consultations before the implementation started.
We speak to them on a one-on-one level first, have them aware of our intentions. Then we go into the community, and sometimes we do community outreach programs where we get whoever wants to attend from the community, and most times we wish we get all of them, parents and others attending the meeting, and we can let them know of our plans and stuff. Or we do house-to-house visitation and let them know of our plans and intentions. and let them know of the age limit that we work with. We work with youths from as small as sometimes you can say babies to up to age 17. At age 17 we cut off, mainly because we don't want to, and I mean age 17 cut off just for youth groups. But other programs are run for young adults and maybe single parents. Since the program has started, from then to now, my personal experience and take on it is that it has done a very great for the communities. We have found persons actually coming to us now and asking either to assist in forming groups or that they have children that they would like to attend our groups, be part of our groups. So for me, it has done great in certain areas too, where our crime level was at a certain height. We have found decreased in those areas, and the youths are being more in a friendly manner. We're getting youths to, I would put it in coming back to the basic standards of life and morals of life. And you find youths being more friendly and active and cooperative now in the communities than they were 3-4 years back.
Youth members Jaiwanti, Malika, Jonathan and Tahira says the program changed their lives.
Through my grandmother, she used to work at the school where the youth group, and she told us to, about a month before we start, and mommy said yes, she said, but she didn't get time. Now I told her that I want to go because she thought we thought learn new things. So I said, Mom, let me go. And she said art. And since then I started going, and I enjoy going it.
From this part of youth group, I've been learning a lot, such as how to make mat, doing sewing, and I've been on a camping out, and I learned lots of things while I was camping. Like I learned to make decorative doll and bridal doll through a flower petal, and I communicate with lots of other children from other parts of groups.
We benefit a lot because last year I was behaving bad, but since I attend this Central Georgetown Police Youth Group, I've improved and I'm behaving myself now. Things that I've participated in is anger management, a lot of stuff on football and stuff. Keep me active.
Since I started going to the Mocha Policing Youth Group, I benefited a lot because I learned craft and arts, and every Saturday when you go to the youth club, you always learn something new. And I think going to the youth club, a lot of children benefit from going because instead of going on the road and being indulged in other activities, they benefit a lot from the youth club.
Inspector Blair McGregor says that today you can see children from youth groups and from the very communities that were once deemed bad communities now meaningfully employed.
We have youths from our different youth groups. For instance, we have youths from our different youth groups who are members now of the Guyana Police Force. We have youths from our different youth groups who was out of school. We have them back into school. We have one from All Boys Town. We have one from Tiger Bay who we have back in school that was out of school. We have youths that were unemployed that are actually employed now through the Ministry of Social Protection it is now. So those are some of the positive we have so far out of our youth.
According to Commander Hicken, 2017 will see more youth groups and more youths involved meaningfully, even though it may be challenging.
My goal this year is to expand to all the communities. I know we cannot have it done almost immediately, and I don't like to do things drastic. But gradually we're forming a foundation so that we can have our objectives met.
The A-Division Youth Group programs were developed to aid in the fight against community crimes and foster better relations between the police and the communities they serve. While individual members and the community are benefiting in significant ways, it is also a useful experience for the police and its community partners.
Some of the more successful programs that are preparing young people to contribute to the development of Guyana are those being implemented by the Board of Industrial Training.
The Board of Industrial Training, BIT, program is designed to provide technical and vocational education and training, TVET, to out-of-school youths through the National Training Program for Youth Empowerment. It is provided by the Ministry of Social Protection. The 6-month program targets persons between the ages of 15 and 35, providing training in various areas of engineering, information technology, automotive repairs, management, garment constructions, carpentry, heavy-duty equipment operation, welding, and other skills. Former Minister of Social Protection, Valda Lawrence, says that she was motivated by a speech given by President David Granger on the lack of services provided in the coastland and hinterland communities at the launch of the training program held in Region 8, Pataru Siparuni.
His Excellency, in addressing the ministers of Cabinet, spoke of the lack of services, the inequitable distribution of services between coastland and hinterland. And he spoke about the disparity that persists throughout the various hinterland communities when compared to what is offered on the coastland. And in essence, he was saying this, that irrespective of where you go in this country, that you must be able to get the same services.
The former Social Protection Minister says that the skills training program must be available to the youths regardless of where they reside.
We heard elders spoke about the need, the dire need, not just the need, but the dire need to have programs. And not just any program, but to have programs which will be able to stimulate the minds of the young people in this community. Not only programs that will stimulate, but programs that will take them to another level, a higher level in life. A program or programs which will bring their focus in terms of where they are going as an individual.
Odette Aaron and Aquilin says the training program is a great opportunity for them to establish a career either as a heavy-duty operator or instructor.
Well, I just want to say thanks to the ministry for providing this training for us so that we, the youths of Madhya, can gain something for the first time. I expect to be a trained operator, and when I graduate, I would help other youths in training.
My expectation is for more programs to come because there are a lot of young people that is in this community that need learning, that need training. So I'm very thankful and very grateful for this program.
I'm happy to be a part of the program, and knowing that I'm a female and being a part of this operating, I'm happy because it gives other female the encouragement to join the program.
Delon Douglas, an instructor of the BIT program, says that instilling safety into his students is his first priority during the training.
I'm from Linden originally. I've been an operator for 8 years, and well, it's my very first time in Madhya, and the people are cooperating very good right now. But well, my aim here is to instill safety operation with these children up here. I have a few objectives that I will be dealing with them.
Over 22,000 youths across the country have been successfully trained in the BIT program. The females have outnumbered the males in the programs with a ratio of 55 to 45.
The government will continue to provide these programs to help young men and women become more productive citizens, contributing to their personal development and the development of Guyana. As so often said, youths are our future. This has brought us to the end of Guyana 411. Do join us again next week for another edition of Guyana 411. Remember, this and all other GNU programs can be viewed on our YouTube channel. You can also get updates from our Facebook page. Thank you for joining us. I am Gabriella Patram. Do have a safe and productive week. Goodbye.